What's up everyone, Mic Drop here, and today I'm here with some Destiny gameplay, and obviously, as you would have thought, I'm definitely going to talk about Destiny today. Took a 2-month break from Destiny, and the reason behind that is I started to get exhausted from doing the same quest over and over again, and it's not the fact that I wasn't getting any loot that was bothering me, it was just the content, and I just got exhausted and I couldn't do it anymore. Also, this November was a great holiday for video games. The new Call of Duty came out, Battlefront, even December you had Rainbow Six, and these were all great games. So it was the perfect time to kind of take a break from Destiny and restart so I can go back and get excited. What actually got me back into Destiny was the new event that they're doing in February. It's the Valentine's Day event. It's called Crimson Days. What it basically is a 2v2 Crucible match. There's a little tweaks here and there, as if you're the last one alive, you'll get a buff on all your attributes and you're just way harder to kill. And I think that's real cool, and that's what drew me back to playing Destiny again. So when I came back, I ended up playing King's Fall raid on Heroic. This week is the Oryx Challenge, and for someone that hasn't played King's Fall in a long time, I was definitely sad to see some things, but also excited to see some others. What I was really excited to see was the drops. The drops were significantly better and more frequent. There's countless times when I was doing the raid and the whole raid ended up getting moldering shards, and then eventually I'll get some gauntlets, and I already have all the gauntlets. I was very excited to see that, but one of the things that was frustrating, which surprised me, were the amount of glitches that were in the game itself. We started the raid, every time when we would dunk the ball, when we're opening the portal, we noticed that every single time when we would do it exactly at the same time, one of us got shot up to the ceiling and died. Luckily, you respawn, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was definitely something frustrating to see in this raid, especially for how long it's been out. Now, the next issue we ended up having was, it was funny, and we enjoyed it, and we had a great time, but it was right before the ship jumping puzzle, when you have the swinging pendulums. There were a bunch of pendulums, way more than what there should have been, like stuck together. You can see in this video right now that this is not how it's supposed to look. It's definitely weird, but we definitely enjoyed it. It was hilarious. But at the end of the day, like, that shouldn't be there. And it's definitely weird seeing as Destiny talked about all the updates they're doing, and it just seems like a weird and easy fix. But I'm not a developer, so I could be wrong. For the rest of the raid, everything went pretty smooth until we got up to Oryx. Since it was the Oryx Challenge mode, as you guys probably already know, you have to detonate 16 bombs at the same time in order to get that 320 drop. But we definitely ran through some trouble, a lot of frame drops, and one of the times when we detonated all the bombs, none of his health disappeared. So I don't know if we did something wrong. I'm pretty sure we didn't, because we did the same exact thing right after and we killed him. Before this challenge mode officially came to be, anytime when you stacked orbs, the whole game would just freeze, or you would lose so many frames that you would end up just dying. And to me, that's actually okay, because maybe that wasn't how it was supposed to be played. But now the fact that it's actually a thing, and this is actually official from Destiny, this is how you get this loot. The fact that it starts to freeze and drop frames when you're trying to detonate all 16 orbs at the same time kind of bothers me. I've been seeing a lot of things on Reddit lately about these glitches and all the issues people are having with King's Fall. And it seems like a lot of people do agree that we're playing the game the way it's not meant to be played. And I do understand that, and that can be a good reason why there's so many glitches. But at the end of the day, I don't know if that's a good enough excuse for some of these issues. But I'm sure Destiny's working on it, and we're 100% sure they are aware of everything that I'm talking about today. Which brings me to my next point. Part of taking the Destiny break was also taking a break from the social media aspect of it. I didn't dive deep into the community forums, into the Reddit posts, or even Planet Destiny. But I did notice that a lot of people are pissed off at Bungie for their lack of communication. And I guess you can look at that as a good thing. If your game wasn't selling well, if nobody wanted to play your game, nobody would care if you give any information out or if you have a commercial or anything like that. But I do feel Destiny is taking a different approach in how they handle marketing of their game. I think now that Destiny established themselves as a top contender for first-person shooters or RPG slash MMO, whatever you want to call it, but they are established. And I feel they don't need to spend all that money on advertisement. I remember when they were advertising the game before it came out, I couldn't scroll anywhere on my Twitter feed without seeing an advertisement for Destiny. I couldn't watch anything on Hulu or anything on TV without seeing a Destiny commercial. And I do feel strongly that they don't have to do that anymore. Their player base is so strong and so big, you don't need to shove an advertisement for Destiny down our throats. You don't need to do that anymore. I always look at Destiny as an energy drink. You know, for when you first get the energy drink, it's delicious, it's great, and you drink it and you feel good and you're awake and all this other stuff and you can operate. But after a while, you're going to crash, and when you crash hard. And I always relate that to Destiny, and the reason why is because there's so many things to do and you grind to get to this high level, but once you reach your high level, there's not that many rewards. The only thing that you're waiting on is maybe that one gun that hasn't dropped. So it's very frustrating when that gun doesn't drop. It is just constant frustration. You're constantly getting the same weapon after weapon after weapon because you are doing the same quest. And there will come a point to where you'll pretty much have most of the guns, and 9 times out of 10 you won't get that one gun you're looking for. I remember when I was playing Destiny in year 1, all I ever wanted was a Galahorn, and I never got it to drop. The only way I got it was through Xur. And that goes for my Icebreaker, my Bones of AO, and pretty much, I would say 90% of my exotics came from Xur. And it was definitely very frustrating for me, but it actually kept me playing constantly. What I've noticed from some people that get all these hot guns early, they tend to drop off quicker than people like me that haven't got it. The RNG gods took pity on me, and I've had an insane amount of good guns drop for me in year 2. First day hard mode raid came out, I got 318 gear, and I got a 318 ghost and a 320 machine gun. I got all the goods, and I'm very grateful for that. But I always wondered if the reason why I took that break is because I pretty much had all the guns needed to destroy the raid and take care of that. Once I finished the quest for Touch of Malice and Black Spindle, I had a 310,000 yard stare. Once I got all those guns, I started to wonder why I was playing. And that's one of the things I haven't figured out yet, is what actually keeps people into Destiny. The loot, or is it the actual content? Which I'm very curious about, because there's not that much content in retrospect to Destiny. It's a double-edged sword for Destiny. It seems like they can't win. What do? Do you give more loot quickly, or do you make it more grindy so people keep coming back? I think finding the happy medium, of course, is the answer. But the number one question is, what is that happy medium? Being completely honest, I enjoyed every quest that I had to do, with the exception of go out and find 30 of this item and go find 50 of this item. I did not like that part. I'm cool with doing quests on a ridiculously hard level. I'm okay with running around and trying to find maybe a few items, but there comes a time where it gets really boring driving around for 2 hours or running around for 3 hours trying to open chests and do all this stuff. That's stupid and that's not fun. That takes away from the balance, and frankly, it doesn't show any skill. I think in the future, when Destiny makes up these new quests for all these special weapons that are needed and these high-level exotics, I think it would be really cool if everything had to do with skill. Like, the only way to get this gun is beat X and Y and Z level in this order with this element of a gun. Like, stuff that makes it a little more challenging but not grindy. Everything I addressed has already been said by numerous people. It's just when you have taken a break from Destiny for so long and you come back, all those feelings for the reason why you took the break just come back. And I definitely wanted to address an opinion of someone that has been removed from Destiny for quite some time. But I am excited to be back. I'm going to play a lot more Destiny getting ready for this event. Keep in mind, it starts on February 9th, so I definitely start to level up and get your PvP classes set. And for me, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening and watching the gameplay. Look forward to more videos coming soon when the event starts. And for me, that is pretty much it.